even Nabal as his name.
Aún Nabal como su nombre.
So is he a son of Satan.
Es así él un hijo de Hasatán.
Verse 25.
Verso 25.
Nabal is his name.
Nabal es su nombre.
There's two ways we can say Nabal.
Hay dos maneras que se puede
Nabal
decir
could be a
Nabal.
derivative of Naphal, como Naphalim.
Nabal puede ser un derivado de Nafal como Nefalim. Nefilim.
But in the primary context,
Pero en el contexto primordial,
Nabal is his name,
Nabal es su nombre,
which means folly,
que quiere decir
tonto,
tonto,
an idiot.
un idiota.
If you look up the Hebrew name Nabal,
Si usted busca la palabra hebrea Nabal,
you know what it means?
¿sabe lo que quiere decir?
A fool,
Un fatuo,
an idiot.
un idiota.
So she's saying he has the right name.
Entonces ella está diciendo que él tiene el nombre correcto.
He's an idiot
Él es un idiota.
and a devil.
Y un diablo.
My husband
Mi esposo
is an idiot
es un idiota.
and my husband.
Mi esposo.
Any of you ladies had to ever repent of this kind of attitude?
¿Se han arrepentido algunas de estas
I'm not looking at
mujeres de
anybody
tipo
here.
de actitud? No estoy viendo
I'm just looking right into the camera.
Simplemente estoy viendo a la cámara.
All right? And in their heart, or when they're hanging out with their girlfriends, hey baby, between you and me, my husband is an idiot and a fool, and he's got a right name, Nabal, and he acts like a Nabal.
Mi esposo es un tonto, un idiota y un fatuo. Y
I think there's a couple of billion women out there that can, if they're honest with Yahweh, may admit that has come into their heart.
Un par de millones de mujeres que están allá afuera que si
And
realmente
husbands
son
too.
sinceras, esto ha entrado en sus corazones. Y esposos igual.
And see her as a novella.
Y la ven a ella como una novela.
I could say something now, but I just need to Rivka, I need to quickly move on. Because in Hebrew it's Naval, but
Porque
the
en
English,
hebreo es Nabal.
for a woman it would be Navala or novella.
Pero en
I'm just going to move on.
el inglés sería navala
Zip it.
o novela. Y voy a continuar.
Zip it. I'm going to do a Stephen A. Smith to Skip Bayless. Zip it. Novella. That name can get me because we knew a novella. I knew a few novellas. I knew one in particular from Zip it, right now, zip it. I'm not going to tell you again, Moshe, zip it. I'm speaking to my alter ego. Let not this devil, this fool, rightly so named Nabal,
Que este tonto,
guide your murderous behavior, be the reason for your murderous behavior.
Que este tonto no sea la razón para su comportamiento asesino.
I, your female slave, O great one,
Yo, su sierva, oh grande,
did not see the messengers of my master whom you sent. If I would have seen them, I wouldn't have allowed my demonic husband to speak like that.
no vi a sus mensajeros. Si yo hubiera visto a sus mensajeros, yo no hubiera permitido que mi esposo hablara de esa manera.
Verse 26.
Verso 26.
Now therefore, my master David, let's do a different plan.
Y por lo tanto, mi maestro David, hagamos un plan diferente.
Now she's taking an oath. As Yahuwah lives,
Y aquí ella está tomando un voto diciendo, así como vive Yahweh,
and as your being lives,
y así como vive tu ser,
seeing that Yahweh has withheld you from coming to shed blood,
viendo que Yahweh te ha impedido venir a derramar daño
and avenging yourself with your own hand,
y de vengarte con tu propia mano,
let your enemies,
que sean tus enemigos,
that they seek evil to my master,
que busquen la maldad de mi amo,
be as Nabal.
sea como Nabal.
She continues to talk and rant behind her husband's back.
Continúa hablando detrás las espaldas de su marido.
Stop.
Paren.
At the end of part 1.
Estamos al fin de la primera parte.
Abigail is described as this beautiful, intelligent, faithful woman, and Yahuwah blesses David with this wonderful, beautiful, and faithful woman.
Abigail es descrita al principio como una mujer leal, preciosa, inteligente, y Yahuwah recompensa a David con esta mujer preciosa, inteligente y leal.
Can you just imagine these two beautiful people, one a murderer, one a unfaithful wife?
¿Pueden ustedes imaginarse estas dos personas preciosas, un asesino y una mujer desleal?
Kicking off their sandals and dancing on the Judean wilderness with a glass of wine. Oh, God is great. Yahuwah put us together. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Quitándose sus sandalias en el desierto de Yahudá y entonando y danzando. Yahweh es God, Dios es grande.
Living off of banditry.
viviendo de la pandillería,
extortion,
de la extorsión,
in the wilderness of southern Judea
en el desierto del sur de Yahudá
and the mountains of northern Israel.
y en las montañas del norte de Israel.
In this account, she is portrayed as the savior of her house,
En este recuento ella se ilustra como la ayudadora o la redentora,
a modern Eshet Chayil,
una Eshet Hayom,
Proverbs 31 woman child.
una mujer,
Child, she's a Proverbs 31 woman.
una mujer de Proverbios.
That idiot didn't know how to save his family and hold a job, even though he was a millionaire.
Ese hombre no sabía cómo ayudar a su familia y tener un trabajo,
So
aunque él era
she
un
was going
millonario.
to come into the picture
Así que ella iba a entrar a la imagen
and save her house
y a rescatar su casa
from murder
del asesinato
and death.
y de la muerte.
Oh, she knows how to take charge of a situation.
Ella sabía cómo tomar cargo de una situación.
The image of Abigail, David's future bride,
La imagen de Abigail, la futura esposa de David,
is of one of a virtuous woman,
es una de una mujer virtuosa,
preeminent in society,
preeminente en la sociedad,
strong decision-making qualities,
de cualidades fuertes para hacer decisiones,
power in the house,
poder en la casa,
noble character,
carácter noble,
no doubt,
sin duda,
Nabal's strongest wife.
que la esposa más fuerte de Nabal.
Because of his wealth,
A causa de su
his
riqueza,
home was quite complex,
su casa era muy compleja.
more like a compound.
Era más como
The fact
una casa muy grande.
That Abigail had 5 women attending to her very need
El hecho que Abigail tenía 5 mujeres atendiendo sus necesidades
shows us that she was as powerful in her own mind as David.
nos enseña que ella era tan poderosa en su propia mente como David.
And who were these other 5 women? Probably
Yes.
Abigail, probably Nabal's shyer or meeker wives.
¿Y quiénes eran estas otras 5 mujeres? Quizás las otras esposas más humildes de Nabal.
She not only takes possession of or takes control of the house,
No solamente toma control de la casa,
she approaches the servants
sino que se acerca a los siervos
and negotiates with them.
y hace negociaciones con ellos.
This was a complex house.
Esta era una casa compleja.
It is a self-sufficient Israelite home
Es una casa israelita autosuficiente,
where she is an expert in domestic functions,
en donde ella es una experta en las funciones de casa,
giving her the right to control aspects of her husband's family life.
dándole derecho de controlar aspectos de la vida familiar de su marido.
Abigail is involved in daily economic decisions.
Abigail se involucra en decisiones de cada yom financieras.
She is an instructor
Es una instructora
of the less skilled women in the house.
de las mujeres menos hábiles en la
On
casa.
top of all that, she's a Hari,
Y sobre todo eso, ella es una Hari,
very intelligent,
muy inteligente,
wise in understanding.
sabia en entendimiento,
She is blessed in her prudence.
tiene braca en su prudencia.
She is an Eshet Chayil, a virtuous woman.
Es una Eshet Hayo, una
She
mujer
comes
que
across as having class about her.
parece que tiene clase en su manera de comportarse.
She's portrayed as being everything that her husband should be
Se dice que ella es todo lo que su marido debería de ser
and is not.
y no lo es.
The account of Naval, that means fool,
El recuento de Nabal, que quiere decir tonto,
is
fatuo,
portrayed as everything Abigail is not.
se ilustra como todo lo que Abigail no es.
How did she, a daughter of light,
¿Cómo es que ella, una hija de luz,
come to marry this loser,
vino a casarse con este perdedor,
a son of Belial?
un hijo de
It
Belial?
boggles the mind.
Asombra la mente.
The truth is
La realidad es
that
que
she's nothing but a skunk.
ella no es más que una zorra.
She's underhanded,
Es
rebellious,
rebelde,
has no scruples,
no tiene escrúpulos,
is disobeying her husband,
está desobedeciendo a
is
su
giving
marido,
into extortion and bribery,
está cediendo a la extorsión y al soborno,
and we hear of her quite a lot here.
y oímos de ella bastante aquí.
accusing her husband
acusando a su marido
to save her business,
para rescatar su
to maintain
negocio,
power and control over her sister wives.
para mantener poder y control sobre sus fraternas esposas.
She seals the bribery with the wine, two
Sí.
bottles, one for her, one for the guerrilla leader.
Sella el soborno con 2 botellas de vino, una para ella y una para el líder de la guerrilla.
Sheep that are ready for anything that this guy might need.
Ovejas
Corn,
que están listas
raisins,
para cualquier cosa que pueda necesitar
dessert.
este líder, incluyendo postre.
This looks like a grocery list.
Parece como una lista de compras de comida.
One wonders why the text doesn't simply say she took provision.
Uno
Instead, it sounds like she brought him a grocery store.
Uno se pregunta por qué el texto no dice que ella proveyó comida, sino que parece que trae una lista de compras de comida.
Now, let me go back to verse 19.
Regresemos allá al verso 19.
Everything she does is cloaked in secrecy.
Todo lo que ella hace lo hace en secreto.
And Nabal is in darkness.
Y Nabal está en la
Look at the end of
oscuridad.
verse 19.
Miren allá al fin del verso
She did
19.
not tell her husband what she was doing.
Ella no le declaró nada a su marido.
And
de
I'm
lo
going to
que
close
estaba
with this,
haciendo.
and it's going to be even better on Tuesday.
Y voy a cerrar con esto y se va a mejorar esto el martes.
The decision to support David
La decisión de apoyar a David
and not tell her husband.
y no decirle a su marido,
She chose to hide her gift
ella decidió esconder sus dones,
from her husband.
sus regalos de su marido.
This is an element of deception.
Y este es un elemento de decepción.
Where is her honor? Where is her integrity? Where is her ethics?
¿En dónde está su estima, su integridad, su ética?
She knew David was doing extortion.
Ella sabía que David estaba haciendo extorsión.
Instead of standing loyally to her husband, she gave aid and comfort to an enemy of the house.
Y en lugar de levantarse y apoyar a su marido lealmente, dio consuelo y ayuda a un enemigo de su casa.
She supported illegal and immoral activities of an outlaw.
Apoyó actividades ilegales e inmorales de un fugitivo de la ley.
This guy needs to be put in jail.
Este
You realize
hombre-
that?
Reconocen que
You
este
realize
hombre
that?
necesita ser puesto en la cárcel.
Now, but
Reconocen
later
eso.
on, when he became great, this was rewritten.
Pero después,
Because you don't want to
cuando
dishonor a man who is honored by Yahweh. That's
Después-
how it appears this way. That's why it appears this way.
Después, cuando él se hizo grande, esto fue reescrito y por eso es que aparenta esto de esta manera, porque uno no quiere descreditar ni desestimar a un hombre seleccionado por Yahweh.
Abigail sold out.
Abigail se vendió,
She chose the easier way.
escogió el camino más fácil.
Rather than rising to the occasion,
En lugar de levantarse a la ocasión,
standing with the fool, the son of Satan, and he was neither. You don't become a millionaire and very rich and able to manage a house being a fool, but in his wife's eyes, that's what he had become.
en lugar de apoyar al fatuo, al hijo de Hasatán, y en realidad uno no se hace un hijo de Hasatán o un perverso manteniendo a su casa y un negocio, pero en sus ojos eso es lo que él era.
Abigail has no qualms with the morality of this situation.
Abigail no tiene ningún problema con la moralidad de esta situación.
She immediately leaves her husband
Inmediatamente abandona a su marido
to bring provisions to the enemy.
para traerle suplementos al enemigo.
Abigail feels that by standing with her husband,
Abigail siente que al apoyar a su marido,
she will pay too big a price.
ella pagará un precio demasiado grande.
This is a situation that called for her to respect and honor her obligations to her home and to her husband.
Esta es una situación en la cual se le requería a ella estimar sus obligaciones y su lealtad hacia su marido.
Just because Nabal is a man doesn't mean he's not a human being.
Solo porque Nabal es un hombre no quiere decir que él no sea un ser humano.
His feelings don't matter.
Sus sentimientos no importan.
Didn't make any sense to her.
No daban sentido a ella.
Had no validity to her.
No tenían validez para
Instead
ella.
of being open and honest and courageous
En lugar de ser abierta, sincera y una mujer repleta de valor
and talking openly with Nabal,
y hablar abiertamente con Nabal,
this Jezebel takes the situation into her own hands
esta Jezabel toma la situación en sus propias manos
and betrays her husband.
y traiciona a su marido.
Pardon me, is this the image that Christianity gives you of David and Abigail? No, it's like two guys who are drinking wine, running around the hills with sandals on. Oh, David, can I touch your tzitzit, honey? I mean, these were wicked people, man.
Esta era
These
gente
were
malvada.
wicked people.
Esta era gente malvada. Uno se imagina gente recta bebiendo vino en el desierto, pero esto era malvado.
What's the point?
¿Cuál es el punto?
Yahweh can take this mess and redeem it.
Yahweh puede tomar esta vasca y redimirla.
No matter what you are or who you are or how you've been behaving, He can change you from speaking against Him
No importa lo
and
que
make you
sea
like
usted
Him.
y lo que haya hecho, Él puede tomar lo que usted ha hecho, hablado contra Él y hacerlo como Él.
She leaves to bring provisions to David.
Ella se va para llevarle suplementos a David.
Nabal's feelings don't matter.
Los
Make no
sentimientos
sense.
de Nabal no importan.
Are not valid.
No dan sentido, no son válidos.
Some of you ladies, in all due respect, you think your husband is so manly that he has no emotions, he has no feelings. That's not
Algunas
true.
de ustedes mujeres piensan que su marido es un hombre tan macho y que no tiene sentimientos, no tiene pensamientos, y eso no es cierto.
Just because he doesn't melt at the sight of an M&M on television doesn't mean he's not human.
Solo porque no se derrite a la vista de un chocolatito en la televisión no quiere decir que él no sea humano.
Just because he doesn't cry as much as you do doesn't mean he doesn't cry.
Solo porque él no llora como usted no quiere decir que él no llora.
Instead of being open and honest
En lugar de ser abierta y sincera
and courageous,
y repleta de valor,
she takes control
ella toma control
and brings her household,
y trae a su casa,
brings her commitment,
trae su compromiso,
brings her covenant,
trae su convenio,
brings her obligation
trae su obligación
to a man who means nothing to her
a un hombre que no significa nada para ella
and betrays her husband.
y traiciona a su
She
marido.
rode off with provision
Se fue con ayuda,
to
comida,
meet David.
para encontrarse con David.
She must have felt a thrill
Quizás sintió una excitación
or a pull to do this.
o una motivación para hacer eso.
She must have heard a call to the wild side.
Quizás
Hey,
oyó-
baby, take a walk on the wild side.
Quizás oyó un
Hey, sugar,
para caminar
take a walk on the wild
en el
side.
lado silvestre.
Abigail must have set off to bring these provisions to David, stealing from her husband. Is this not stealing from her husband?
Y ella estaba
If,
robando de
if
su
her husband
marido.
doesn't know?
Si su marido no lo sabe, ella estaba robando de su marido.
No loyalty?
Nada de lealtad.
Maybe on the way to meet David, her heart was racing. She was thinking about a wild fling with a wild thing. Notice.
Quizás rumbo
Notice.
a encontrarse con David estaba ella pensando en una situación.
Maybe Abigail was singing that well-known top 10 Casey Kasem hit.
Quizás ella estaba entonando esa entonación muy conocida de Casey Kasem.
Wild thing, you make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. You guys remember that song?
¿Se acuerdan
That was
de esa
before your
entonación?
time? Yeah, before your time. You remember that song? Or maybe she was setting out away from singing, oh, sweet pea, won't you dance with me? Won't you be my girl? Oh, sweet pea, won't you be my girl? I mean, man. You see? Who knows what was going through her mixed up mind?
¿Quién
Who was
sabe?
the fool here?
¿Quién sabe qué estaba ella pensando?
What the
¿Quién era
Bible
la tonta
says?
aquí?
Nabal was a fool.
La Biblia dice que Nabal era
Nabal,
el
Shmabal,
fato.
Babel. Who's the fool here?
¿Quién era el fato?
What was in her heart when she was going to give David 2 bottles of
¿Qué
wine?
estaba en su corazón cuando ella se dirigía a darle 2
What
botellas
was
de
she
vino a
really
David?
thinking, Jesse, when she was going to give him 1 bottle for her and 1 bottle for him? Oh, sweet pea, won't you dance with me?
¿Qué realmente
Won't
estaba
you
pensando ella?
be my girl?
¿Qué realmente estaba ella pensando con esas 2 botellas de
Oh,
vino?
yeah, help me.
Ayúdame, Yahweh.
My. It's amazing how people have twisted this stuff.
Es maravilloso cómo la gente ha torcido estas cosas.
Baruch Hashem Yahu anyway.
Exaltado sea el nombre de Yahweh de todos modos.
She rides off.
Ella se va.
I believe she was looking for a wild thing.
Yo creo que ella estaba buscando una cosa
Now,
cosas
we'll close with
y
this.
cerraremos con
Abigail is sympathetic not to her husband, but to this dude who's coming to steal and kill her husband if he doesn't comply. She's sympathetic to him.
Abigail estaba simpatizando con este hombre
This
que
woman
sí,
wants a fling.
ellos
With that
la
thing.
complacían con sus requisitos, iba a matar a su marido Nabal.
This is not just about food and raiment and sparing her husband. She wants to run off with that thing
Esto no se trata,
because she heard a rumor that he may be the future king of Israel.
ella está anhelando tener algo con este hombre que se ha rumorizado va a ser el futuro rey de Israel.
She treats David as the honorable man and her husband as the son of Belial.
Trata a David como el hombre estimable y a su esposo como un hijo de Belial.
Nabal should know better and give in to David.
Nabal debería de saber mejor las cosas y cederse a David.
When he doesn't, he's mean and he's harsh.
Y cuando no lo hace es malvado y duro.
She speaks derogatorily against her husband.
Y ella habla derogatoriamente en contra de su marido.
She tells David what Nabal really means.
Le dice a David lo que Nabal realmente significa.
No woman should speak this way.
Ninguna mujer debería de hablar.
Later on, as we're going to read and we close, second close,
Y después vamos a leer, y este es el segundo cierre.
she knows enough about him that he is fighting the battles of Yahuwah,
Ella conoce lo suficientemente de él que ella está peleando las batallas de
that he
Yahweh,
can never be wrong,
que él nunca puede estar equivocado,
that she wants to save David
que ella quiere rescatar a David
from staining his future kingdom
de manchar su reino futuro
with a crime of genocide.
con un crimen de genocidio.
She makes a detailed and powerful argument.
Hace
And we'll close it.
argumento
We will
detalle
close with
y
this.
poderoso y cerraremos con esto.
She knows the promise. She's heard a rumor that this man is the future king of Israel.
Ella conoce la promesa, ha oído que este hombre es el futuro del rey de Israel.
And she's saying, don't let a fool be the cause of you murdering an entire family.
Y ella dice que no sea un tonto la causa
Because of this
que
idiot.
asesine
You follow
a la
me?
familia entera a causa de este idiota, ¿me entiende?
She has no loyalty, no fidelity, no commitment.
No tiene lealtad, no tiene fidelidad,
She's
no
interested
tiene
in being with this man. Deep
compromiso.
down in her heart, she's interested in being with this man.
En lo profundo de su corazón ella está interesada en estar con este hombre.
We read in verses 24 to 31.
Y leemos en los versos 24 a 31.
And we already read 24, we already read 25.
Y ya leímos el 24 y el 25,
Now verse 27.
verso 27.
This blessing that your female Eved has brought to my master, let it be given to the young man who also followed my master. I beg you, forgive the trespass of your female servant. Verse 28.
Verso 28.
For Yahweh will make my master a sure and secure house. My master fights the battles of Yahweh. Flattery. Notice, she's flattering him. You fight the battles of Yahweh. I'm with you, not my stupid, foolish husband. You're the man of Yahweh. He fights your battles. You fight his battles.
Ella aquí lo está exaltando y dice que su esposo es un tonto. Tú peleas las batallas, mi esposo no las pelea.
And you're perfect, David.
Y eres perfecto, David.
Evil has not been found in you all your
El
days.
mal no se ha hallado en ti en todos tus días.
Are you getting this, guys?
¿Están viendo esto?
He's a war criminal.
Él es un
He's
criminal de guerra,
an outlaw.
es un fugitivo,
He's rebellious.
es rebelde,
He's a thief.
es un ladrón,
He's a
es
extortionist.
un
He's
extorsionador,
committing bribery.
está cometiendo
And the
soborno.
flattery of an ungrateful, rebellious woman.
Y la exaltación de una mujer rebelde y
Says,
dice,
oh, my master,
maestro mío,
let me find favor in your eyes.
que yo encuentre favor en tus ojos.
You fight the battles of Yahweh.
Tú luchas las peleas, las guerras
And
de
no
Yahweh.
evil has ever been found in your life. You're perfect.
Y no se
He had
halla
just
nada.
threatened to wipe out her husband and her whole family, and she's flattering him, saying, You're perfect. You're the one I'm looking for.
Tú
You're
eres
the
el
one
que
I want
estoy
to be
buscando.
with.
Tú eres con quien yo quiero estar.
Receive my present.
Recibe mis regalos.
Is this the way Abigail's portrayed in religion?
¿Es esto la manera en que Abigail
A
está
wonderful wife for King
ilustrada en la
David.
religión?
Two beautiful people.
Una mujer maravillosa, esposa maravillosa para
Wonderful
David.
moral
Dos
character.
personas preciosas de carácter moral maravilloso.
Now, are we teaching this in order to bring shame on David? No, he brought shame on himself.
¿Y estamos enseñando esto para traer vergüenza a David? No, él se la trajo a sí mismo.
We're teaching this to show you
Estamos enseñándoles esto para
that it's not
enseñarles
how much Torah a man knows,
que no es cuánta Torah conoce un hombre,
it's how they live.
sino que cómo viven.
It's not even the promise or the favor of Yahweh upon their life or upon their future. It's how they live at the moment before Yahweh, for without holiness no man can see Yahweh.
Y tampoco se trata de las promesas que Yahweh le promete a alguien, sino de la manera que ejercen su vida, su existencia en este momento.
Yet a man has risen to pursue you,
Sin embargo, un hombre se ha levantado para perseguirte,
to seek your chayim.
para que busca tu Jaim.
But the chayim of my master, meaning David, shall be found in the bundle of the chayim that is with Yahuwah your Elohim.
Pero la Jaim de mi amo se encontrará en la plenitud que está en Yahweh.
And the being of your enemies he will sling out,
Y los seres de tus enemigos él derrota,
as out of the middle of a sling.
como del medio de la palma de una onda.
And it shall come to pass when Yahuwah will have done to my master according to all the tov that he has spoken of you, and he will have appointed you. There it is! There it is! I knew we'd find it! I knew we'd come across it! There it is!
Y aquí está, y acontecerá que cuando Yahweh haga con
What does she want, Jess?
conforme a todo
Power.
el tov
See?
que ha hablado de ti, y que
She
establezca
wanted
como
to be the
príncipe sobre
queen.
Israel. Ven, ella quería ser la reina.
She was willing to turn against and turn in her faithful husband, who was not a devil, to go be the queen of a man who was living like the devil.
Ella quería entregar y traicionar a su marido, quien era un hombre leal, y irse a entregar a un hombre que estaba viviendo como un diablo.
She was coveting power.
Ella estaba
She was
codiciando
coveting
poder.
position.
Estaba codiciando posición.
The position and the power and the wealth that she had in her house were not enough.
La posición.
She wanted that
el poder.
over all of Israel, because David would one day be a kadosh man, kind of.
La posición y el
Kind
poder que ella tenía en su casa no era suficiente. Ella estaba codiciando
And she-
el poder y la posición del reino.
And she wanted to get in on the ground floor. She wanted a ground floor opportunity.
Y ella quería entrar en la chance
You follow me?
de iniciación.
She wanted a ground floor opportunity.
Ella quería una chance.
She wanted to get in with this king before the king got in with the nation.
Quería afiliarse con este rey antes de que el rey se afiliara con la nación.
Maybe one of those songs were The King and I.
Quizás una de las entonaciones era
In addition to Oh Sweet Pea.
y además de Oh Sweet Pea,
In addition to Wild Thing.
además de
You
Wild.
make my heart. In addition, maybe she saw this play in her mind, The King and I.
Quizás ella estaba viendo un drama en su mente, el rey.
Drama en su mente, el rey y yo. I mean, this is a power-broking honey child. This woman knows how to power broke.
Esta mujer sabe cómo buscar poder.
Let's continue.
Continuemos.
When he has appointed you the king, the ruler in Israel.
Cuando él te haya apuntado como rey y gobernador sobre Israel,
Verse 31.
verso 31,
That this will bring no grief to you,
que esto no te traiga remordimiento,
no offense of lave to my master,
ni ofensa de corazón a mi amo,
so that you can be accused that you shed dam, blood without a cause,
para que no sea usted acusado que usted derramó dam sin
or that my
causa,
master has avenged himself.
o que mi amo se ha vengado a sí
But
mismo.
when Yahuwah shall have dealt well with you, my David,
Pero cuando Yahweh te haga tov a ti, amo mío,
you remember me,
acuérdate,
another man's wife.
la esposa de otro
You
hombre,
remember me. You go find me. You go take care of me. Let's be together.
acuérdate de mí, ve y búscame y estaremos juntos.
And David said to Abigail, "Oh, bless this Yahuwah. I won't murder your family because you're cute. And I want you to be with me. I won't murder your family. Blessed be Yahuwah Elohim of
Y
Israel.
David dijo, Baruch sea Yahweh de Israel, no te asesinaré a ti ni a tu familia porque eres guapa.
Who sent
Quieres
you
estar
to
conmigo.
bribe me, who I came to bribe your husband. Instead, you bribed me with your beauty and with your pernicious, seductive ways. Blessed be the Elohim of Israel."
que yo vine a sobornarte, vine a sobornar a tu marido, pero en lugar me estás sobornando tú con tu belleza. Baruch sea el Elohim de Israel,
who sent you this yom to me.
quien te envió en este yom a mí.
Blessed is your
Y
advice.
Baruch sea tu consejo.
Blessed are you who have kept me this day
Y Baruch seas tú quien me has guardado en este
from
yom,
committing what was in my wicked heart, the slaying of innocent blood, the shedding of innocent blood.
de cometer lo que estaba en mi corazón malvado, de derramar
And for
sangre
avenging with my own
inocente,
hand.
y vengarme por mi propia mano.
And we close with this.
Y cerramos así.
Isn't this a beautiful picture?
¿Qué no es esto una imagen preciosa?
A gallant picture
Una imagen elegante
of the smart warrior
del guerrero inteligente
and the brilliant woman,
y la mujer brillante,
speaking noble nothings to each other,
hablándose cosas nobles de nada el uno al otro,
being enchanted
encantándose
in such a hurry
en una manera tan apresurada
that there is a strong infatuation developing.
que aquí hay una infatuación fuerte desarrollando.
David is bewitched by her counsel because of her beauty.
David es hechizado por su consejo a causa de su belleza,
And she is turned on sexually
y ella se prende sexualmente
by being the queen of this powerful man,
al ser la reina de este hombre poderoso,
the future king of Israel.
el futuro rey de
We'll
Israel.
pick it up with part 2,
Continuaremos con la segunda parte
and we'll arrive at even more amazing insights.
y llegaremos a perspicacias aún más
So far,
asombrantes. Hasta el momento,
there's only one righteous person here.
aquí hay una sola persona.
Who is
ahí.
that? Nabal,
¿Quién es?
the fool, the idiot.
Nabal, el tonto, el idiota.
These two noble wannabes
Estos dos que quieren ser nobles
are associating in the worst kind of Torah treachery.
están asociándose en la forma traicionera.
And Samuel
Torah,
calls
peor.
Nabal evil,
Y Samuel llama a Nabal
and these two
malvado,
kadosh.
y a estos dos los llama Kadosh.
Except for the fact that Samuel didn't write this, somebody else did.
Excepto por el hecho que Samuel no escribió
Did I get your
esto,
attention?
sino que alguien más lo escribió.
I'm glad I did.
Capté su atención.
We'll talk more about this
Me da gusto que lo haya hecho
In
y
part
hablamos
2,
más de esto en la segunda parte.
this coming Tuesday,
Este martes que viene.
because I can't go on anymore.
Porque ya no puedo continuar.
And because
¿Y por qué?
it is Shabbat. Praise Yahuwah. It is Shabbat. Praise Yahuwah. We love you, Radio TV. Thank you for your prayers. We love you. We stand with you. Stand with us. We'll be back with you on Tuesday, 12 o'clock. Sing it. Come on now. It is Shabbat. Praise Yahuwah. It is Shabbat. Praise Yahuwah. It is Shabbat. Praise Yahuwah.
It